Welcome, and good morning to you. Welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. My name is Pia McAdams, and I'm your host for this morning's broadcast. And in case this is your first time joining me, this is where we do 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. And this is just to let you know that all it takes is just a small steps that you do every single day to help you transform your life. Now, I've been gone for almost a year now from doing this broadcast. For those of you that have been following me and you've been wondering what happened to me, and I promise you I'll get to those questions at some point throughout the broadcast. But I wanted to give you the information because again, we only have 5 minutes. So 5 minutes to talk about something for your mind, to get your mind stimulated. We got 5 minutes of yoga that we're going to do for your body. Hi David, good to see you. Thanks for joining me this morning. And then, of course, we're going to end with a 5-minute guided meditation that I'm going to do for you. Okay, so again, this is just something that you do every single day for you. And I do it at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because this is a time for me that I can be consistent in my broadcast. And plus, this is a part of my morning routine. This is a part of my accountability. So as I'm doing this information or presenting this information to you, I'm also doing it for myself as well. Matter of fact, I'm doing it for myself and I'm inviting you along with me. All right, so in case you haven't noticed or if you have not seen, today's broadcast is going to be talking about transformation. Nice to see you, David. So we're going to talk about what is transformation. And you know, when I looked up the definition of transformation in the dictionary, it says that it's a complete or major change in someone or something's appearance or form and etc. Now, to me, that type of definition when it comes to transformation, it kind of makes you think that there's something that you can do, like there's maybe a change in your behavior or maybe something like different set of rules or regulations that you can act upon or, do something different in that respect. But to me, that's basic. That kind of makes the word transformation seem like it's easy as far as like a change. It's the basic definition of change. It's like a cliche term. And so for me, if it was that easy, then why is it so hard for us to transform our lives? And I mean, think about what's going on with you in your life. Are you happy with all the areas of your life? Now, I always like to say and share with you, if you are happy with the areas in your life, then by all means, continue doing what you're doing because it's obviously working for you. But what I'm speaking to are those that are not happy with some aspect of their life. There's something missing and they know there's something missing. They want to change that. But it requires more than just the basic changes because you've been doing certain things over and over again, but you're not getting the effects or the results that you want. That's what I'm referring to. That's the type of transformation I'm talking about. And guess what? The word transformation needs a more fitting definition. So what I did was I looked up the word metamorphosis. Now, to me, that kind of embodies transformation. Let me share with you, according to the dictionary, the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it states that or defines metamorphosis as a profound change in form from one stage into the next in life, in the life history of an organism. So as from a caterpillar to a pupil and from a pupil to the adult butterfly. Now, to me, that's a more fitting definition of transformation. Like, think about what that really entails. This is not something merely where you just change something, like change your act or go by a new set of rules. This is something that is like within us. Like, to me, change is actually, we were born with everything that we need inside of us. And that's what we need to incorporate when it comes to transforming our lives. Is that divine life of God within us. That's what we have to, embody. And guess what? It's nothing that we necessarily have to do or seek. It's already within us. Now, this is the thing when it comes to transformation, what I've learned and what I've experienced of my life and lives of others, because as you know, as a spiritual coach, I help people to transform their life. But what I realize is this, when it comes to transformation, the reason why a lot of us have trouble when it comes to transform our life is because this reality that we're experiencing, this reality is basically having us look on the outside of us for things that, for self-approval. Like it's telling us what do we need to look like? How do we define success? What is beauty? It basically, we're like inundated with all this outside distractions in a false sense of who we're supposed to be. And guess what? You are already perfectly made when you were born. There's nothing that you have to do except accept that and understand that we are born with everything that we need inside of us. And that's why I approach transformation from the inside out. And I guarantee you, if you do that as well, you will find that you have everything that you need. You are worthy of who you are right now, where you are in your life. It's only because of these outside distractions that are inundating us that we're thinking that we're less than and that we need more, or that we have to be this, or we have to change this and have to change that. But when it truly comes to transformation, we realize that it's already within us. There's nothing that we have to do except who you are right now. You are perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. You are worthy to have any and everything that you want. And that is a true transformation. So if you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that and you're making these lists and you're doing this, that, and the other, and it's not working for you, perhaps it's time to change your approach and just realize that all you need to do is go within, because we were born. God has given us everything that we need. Now, for me, I call it God. For you, it could be the universe, it could be source, your higher power, however you want to call it. For me, it's God. And God is within me. And He is inviting me to share this with you so that you can understand that you are perfect the way you are. There's nothing that you need to do except accept you as who you are right now. And once you do that, you're going to find that the transformation just comes. It's not something, it's like a caterpillar. Like, think about the life of the caterpillar. Let's go back to that caterpillar. Let's say if you could talk to a caterpillar, which we can't, and you start asking it questions about, okay, so when does this happen? Like, when does this change happen? When does this transformation happen? Well, guess what? The caterpillar isn't thinking about when it's happening. It just knows. I mean, matter of fact, I'm assuming that it knows it's going to happen. But even if it doesn't, it's just going to happen as life evolves it to happen. It's not something that it plans to happen. It's something that will just eventually happen. So there's all kinds of questions that you may have. And please ask those questions, because it's the questions that will help us generate the conversation. But like, for instance, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? And I'm going to let you know right now, there's not necessarily one answer to every single question, because guess what? It's all uniquely within you. And I think that's one of the problems that we have in this life, is that a lot of times when we look at our mentors, our spiritual advisors, and the people that we look up to, the leaders, we think that what cycle that they went on or the steps that they took are the same steps that we're going to take. And I'm not saying that, obviously if something that's been proven to work, it worked for that person, but understand it may not work for you. So you can listen and hear what they're saying, but you have to go within and ask within, what's the translation for you? Instead of just taking someone's word, for granted, or just step by step and say, do this and do that. If it works for you, great. But when it doesn't work for you, that's why I'm sharing with you. There's a reason why it doesn't work for you. It's because that process is not necessarily for you. Now, for instance, one of the things that you're going to hear me talk about with this broadcast is this. All I'm asking for is 5 minutes or 15 minutes, 5 minutes for the mind, the body, and the soul. Just the little small steps that you do every single day will help you to go inward to find out what's going on with inside of you. And that actually helps to spark your transformation. So I want you to understand, as our time is coming down to an end now, that when it comes to transformation, it's a spiritual life growth, something that is within us already. It's divinely within us. And guess what? There are certain things that you can do. Like, for instance, tomorrow I'll talk about where you should start when it comes to transformation process. But today I just want you to understand that transformation is just not something like a costume that you can put on. A caterpillar doesn't put on the costume of a butterfly. A caterpillar is transformed into a butterfly. And just as the nature, like if you follow nature, we also as humans are also being transformed. But guess what? Our transformation process is one that is within. It's uniquely within us. And it's a divine spiritual God that is within us, that is guiding us. And it's only when we're looking to this outside distractions where it kind of hinders us on the process. So I'm inviting you to go internal when it comes to your transformation process. So I hope this information was helpful to you and for you. And by all means, please, in the comments below, ask me questions. You can message me offline and get in touch with me if you want to know more information about this transformation process. Now, by the way, as I'm transitioning to going into the next part of the broadcast, I want you to understand that I'm speaking from unique experience, because one of the things that this, for those of you that have been following me for a while, is that I've been gone for almost a year from social media. And the reason for that is because I have been going through a transformation process myself. And I will let you know right now that when you're transforming, there is a time and a space where you're going to have to go dark. When I say dark, it means it's not something for the public to see. It's going to be something that's going on within you, and you'll have your support. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know what the support the caterpillar has in the lava, but there is support for the caterpillar. But I want you to understand that when it comes to the true transformation process, there's a time when you literally just go within, and you don't need the outside distractions. And that was part of the reason why I've been gone for almost a year from social media, is because as I've been transforming inside, it was something I couldn't do in the public. So again, I'll share more of my experience as we go along, but I just want you to share with you. And there's one other thing. I guess I can be doing this while I'm transforming this, or going on to the next part of it as well. When it comes to transformation process, you've heard me speak before about the maybe if not, I'll go ahead and just kind of share it with you. But there's a story about a man that's he's looking at a butterfly, or actually larva, a caterpillar, trying to work its way out of the larva to become a butterfly. And so as he's doing that, he's like watching this butterfly struggle. And within the struggle process, so he decides to help the butterfly. And by the way, this is what I call my wall of positivity. For those of you who haven't seen it, as I'm going down my hall, on both sides of me, I have all kinds of positive things that are written on the wall. So as you can see, you can't really see what they say right now, but here's one. What you visualize, you will materialize. What you resist, you persist. Out of no way, a way will be made. And that's one of my favorite ones right there. But I have this throughout my whole house, and this just, I'm surrounded by positivity. But anyway, so back to the story about the man. So what happened was, this man sees this butterfly struggling to come out of his larva. And so what he does is he takes some scissors and he tries to help the butterfly. So he cuts it so that the butterfly can now emerge from the cocoon, and fly away. But what he didn't realize was this, that the process of transformation for the butterfly included the struggle. So I want you to understand that when you're transforming, there's going to be some struggle, but guess what? The struggle is different. It's more of, the struggle that I experienced was more of understanding who I am and getting rid of the concept of who I thought I was. And so that's going to be the struggle, but there will be some type of struggle that you're going to go through. And for each and every person is different, but I can share with you some of my experience. But back to the story. So what happens was, when the man cut the cocoon so that the butterfly can come on, guess what? The butterfly never flew. It was able to fly, but it was flawed. In other words, the wing didn't really expand the way it was supposed to be, because what the man didn't realize was that part of the life cycle of the caterpillar becoming a butterfly was that struggle. And when it was struggling to come out of that cocoon, it was actually, what God was doing was, it was squeezing all the juice and things that it needed to come out of the caterpillar so that it can spread its wings and fly. But when the man helped him, what happened was, he wasn't able to squeeze all of the juice that it needed to be able to expand its wings, and so was never really fully able to expand its wings. And I share this with you is because a lot of us are looking for help, like easy help. We want this quick fix. And when it comes to transformation, I'm going to let you know right now, it is not quick, it is not easy. Stop thinking of it in terms of the cliche terms. I want you to think of it as a metamorphosis. And if you can put that in your mind, that you're metamorphosing, it is a life cycle. Okay, so again, hopefully this information has been helpful. So let's go ahead and move on. Oh, you know what? First day, I forgot my music. It's back in the office. So I'm going to run it right quick and get it, and I'm going to take you along with me. That gives me a little bit more time to talk. I'm going to take a shortcut right here, right now. Let me see. Trying to make sure you don't see like all my lights and cameras. I have all these lights. Here we go. Where's my? There we go. I have all these lights around me in case you're wondering. So I was trying to avoid you seeing the lights, but my friend turned off the lights in the office. Oh well, things happen. I'll remember tomorrow, if not, no big deal. So I want to put on the music for the yoga. And by the way, thank you for getting up and watching with me this morning. And by the way, when it comes to this broadcast, I want you to understand that you can watch this at any time. So again, what we're doing is 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. So for the mind today, what we did was we talked about what transformation is. And tomorrow, join me and I'll tell you where you should start. So now we're going to move on to the body portion. This is where we're going to be doing some yoga. And then immediately after that, we're going to go into a guided meditation. It's going to be one of the meditations that I'm going to share with you that I love doing. And So go ahead and join me on the mat. And by the way, this is an interactive broadcast, if you will. So the first part was stimulating your mind. So now we're going to activate the body, and then we're going to spiritually meditate and get that one involved as well. So even if you don't have a mat, join me where you are. We're just going to do a simple yoga routine. That's just going to be 5 minutes. It's going to basically be the yoga salutation with some of the postures that I love doing. That's going to actually help open us up. And keep in mind that the mind, the body, and the soul is all one. The mind-body is a connection. It's no longer seen as a separate mind, a separate body. So interact with me, join me, don't just watch me, okay? You can listen to me when we're doing the mind, but when it comes to the body, I want you to really do this. It's only 5 minutes, okay? All right, meet me on the mat. Make sure, okay. Now hopefully you can hear me. I had to take off my mat, my mic. So I'm going to be standing at the end of my mat. And we're going to start off with the yoga salutation. And this is known as the sun salutation. So I'm going to stand with my feet together. And for me, it's going to be hip distance apart because that feels comfortable to me. My body weight is evenly distributed between the balls of my feet and my heels. My shoulders are drawn down and back. My head is lifted as a natural extension of my spine. Pretend like there's a string from the top of your head, from the crown of your head, all the way up attached to the ceiling in the place that you're in. Fingertips are going down by your side. Now we're going to take a nice deep inhaling breath, inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to dive your body forward. Take your time to use the full, complete breath. Just go down as far as you can. For some of you, you may only can go here, which is fine. If you can take it all the way down, remember, use your exhalation. Now as you inhale, I want you to look up halfway. Just kind of flatten out the back, press the shoulder blades down. And as you exhale, forward fold. Now as you inhale, we're going to take it all the way up. We're going to do that again. And exhale down. Nice deep breath. Inhaling. Exhale, dive the body forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, I want you to flatten out the palms, and I want you to inchworm yourself out to the plank. As you continue exhaling, I want you to release your knees, then your chest and your chin. And as you inhale, we're going to take it up to upward facing dog. We're going to relax your shoulders down and draw them away from your shoulders. Again, if you can only go this far, just go as far as you can using your breath. This is the inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to curl those toes under, and I want you to push your body back to downward facing dog. Now this is a resting position. Now in this position, your feet and your toes are spread out nice and wide, your fingertips as well. You're pressing your feet, your weight toward your thighs and your knees. Relax those shoulders, push them down and away from your ears. Continue breathing. Now in this position is where I like to get comfortable, so you can kind of like sway your body side to side, whatever feels comfortable to you. You can bend your knees and extend your legs. We typically hold this for 5 deep breaths, but in this broadcast, we don't have that much time. So as we exhale, we're going to step forward, right, left. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, dive the body forward. Now look up halfway. Exhale, flatten out the palms. Now this time I'm going to step back, right, left, to the plank. As you continue exhaling, release your knees, your chest, and your chin. As you inhale, look up halfway. Relax your shoulders, take them down and away from your ears. And as you exhale, curl those toes under and take it back to downward facing dog. Remember, nice deep breaths, inhaling deeply through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. If you need to, remember, use this space to get comfortable. Now this time we're going to inchworm our way back, so walk your fingertips back. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, dive the body forward. Take your time and use the full breath. Now inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, inchworm out to the plank. As you continue exhaling, release your knee, chest, chin, or if you can, Chaturanga Dandasana. inhale, take it up, relax the shoulders, remember use a full breath. And as you exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Nice deep ujjayi breaths. This time we're going to step forward, left, right. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, dive the body forward. Now look up halfway. Flatten out the palms, this time is left, right. Release your knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. This time as you exhale, place your knees down, and let's take it to child's pose. Now in this position here, make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Arms are extended over your head. And I want you to press the armpits down into the mat. The crown of your head should be down toward the mat, but if it doesn't feel comfortable, feel free. Just put your forehead down. Now slowly walk your hands in and sit up. Now let's bring our body to a nice comfortable position facing forward. Making sure that you're on your sits bones, not the fleshy part of your bottom. Take the fingertips down by the side, lift up your chest. Head is a natural extension of your spine. You're still sitting up nice and tall, but remember, make sure that you're on your sits bones. Let's take a nice deep breath, inhaling. As we exhale, we're going to put that right arm down. We're going to take it over toward the right. And as you inhale, push off. And as you exhale, take it over toward the opposite side. As you inhale, push off. This time as you exhale, would you drive your body all the way forward. Using your fingertips to walk your fingertips as far out as possible, just till you feel comfortable. Just let the crown of your head hang naturally forward. Relax those armpits, and again, relax your body. Relax your hips. Relax your ankles, and relax your knees. Now slowly walk your fingertips back. Sitting up nice and tall, take the fingertips over to the side once more. Take a nice deep breath, inhaling, and exhale down. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling, and exhaling. And one more time, nice deep breath, drawing all the positive energy. Bring those palms together at the very top, and as you exhale, bring your palms down to the heart center. And we say, Namaste. All right, thank you for joining me for this yoga portion. This brings us to the third and final portion of the broadcast, where we're going to be doing a guided meditation. Let's see here. All right. There we go. So I invite you to get into a nice comfortable position, preferably seated. If you're driving, please do not do this. Go ahead and pause it and return to it another time. This is where we're going to do a meditation. It's a 5-minute guided meditation. One of the ones that I love to doing throughout the day. A lot of times if I'm stressed or anxious or just need to just go within and just feel fully connected to God and to everyone else, I do this. And I call this just the divine light. All right, so get in a nice comfortable position. And I always start off my meditations by taking 3 deep ujjayi breaths. I want you to inhale through your nose and exhale into your mouth. Again, nice deep breath. Inhaling through your nose. This time I want you to think in terms of inhaling all the positive energy. And as you exhale, release any stress, negativity, anything that's no longer serving you, release it out. One more time, nice deep breath. Inhaling in all that positive energy. And this time as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes and release all the stress, the negativity, anything that's no longer serving you. Now just sit into this space for just a moment. Just letting your breath return back to its normal rhythm. Once you notice the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe, just go inward. I want you to imagine, as you will, about 3 feet above you, there's this divine light that's asking for its permission to enter into your space. I want you to connect to that light. And all it requires is your intention. Just internally say yes. This light is about 3 feet above the crown of your head and is asking permission to enter into your space. Now as you give it permission, you feel a warm air, some warmth come about you, and it feels divine as it enters into your head and it clears out anything that is disturbing you. Just breathe it in and let it go its course. There's nothing that you have to do, just accept it. This divine light is cleansing you from the inside. It's going from the crown of your head all the way down to your neck. Releasing any tension, any stress, any worries that you may have. Just let them go away. There's no need to hold on to them. Let the light fall down your shoulders. Relax them. Feel the warmth go down your arms and all the way down to your fingertips. This warmth is now coming to the front part of your chest, making its way all the way down. At the same time, you feel it on your back. Just releasing anything that you're carrying. Any stresses, any worries. Just let them wash away. Now divine light is going down from your hips all the way down to your knees. I want you to feel the energy as it flows through you. From your knees to your ankles, to the top of your toes. Now from the bottom of your foot, the divine light is going through the floor, down through the earth, Mother Earth, to the core, where it's going to wrap itself around the core. And just like a trampoline, the light is going to bounce off from the core of the earth and come back through your feet all the way up from your legs to your chest, so that you have the divine connection from above and from below. Now this divine light is coming out, spilling out through your heart center, and it's filling around you like a bubble. I want you to feel the connection. Breathe your way through it. Now this divine light is filling the space that you're in, the room that you're in. Divine light is moving on, is filling the building that you're in. It continues to flow, and it reaches the city that you're in. And then the state, whatever country you're in, the continent, and finally the whole world. You're fully connected. And this is the connection that is your divine right. And any time that you want to tap into this connection, all you have to do is ask. It just requires your permission. It releases any stress or strain or worry or negativity that surround you, and you feel fully connected to one and to all. And know that you are supported. Continue to breathe in. Nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Again, take a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. One more time, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. While you're still connected to this divine source, I invite you to open up your eyes, because guess what? The connection does not extend to just your eyes being closed. This is something you can tap into any time that it's needed. And I invite you to continue to stay tapped in as you go about your day on this Monday, February the 4th. And I want you to have a wonderful, blessed day. And I will see you same time tomorrow.